Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will put total level to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the SMU Mustangs offense will have first crack at this one. Time out of the half. Trying the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. He'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now, you don't see him near as much. But versatile piece of fullback is he can catch the football. He can make plays. He's the big thing.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fullback's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel in the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it
They'll start the return inside the spot. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Miami's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent on this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Bring it on! They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The pitch to the left. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking when you toss it on the prick.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Mustangs. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Here we go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Burleson. Working that left side now. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Hurricanes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Gonna run it. It's Lincoln. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Mustangs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Builds the punt and looking for Dale. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Looking downfield, it's Wilson. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't
basic handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Backed up now, here's second and long.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. They'll try to get outside. Breaks into the open. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. He gets up to the last inch, gets right to the line, and makes the tackle.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
It'll be third and long. Looking left. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. That'll be fourth down. Hunt is in the air. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Makes the grab. Let's go. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking for a man. It's Burleson. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. They just keep firing. They get to him as he throws. He makes the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Cuts it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to beat the DT. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
It's complete to the left. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Gets it out. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Man, this guy's going to need some water because of the sidelines. They've been putting in the work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Trying to do it on the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half.
The Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude, running that same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you can do it.
Finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. looking to pass. It's Burleson. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there was not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Them points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the ball. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass. It's Burleson. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Canes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs in the scoring position.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They give it to him again. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hacks close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game's been a problem.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Fun one in the Big 12, then. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for goal position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Wilson. This time he's got his man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's now making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for again, it's Cox. And this one... stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Canes decide to punt it away. Now on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Mendez. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the ground with the back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Try to get it to the edge. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Mustangs will punt it away on fourth down. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Yeah, it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Fires left. Intercepted. The defense is set up.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. On the run, it's Lincoln. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Keep up with their attack offense.
To the air, it's Burleson. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He'll pull it on the read. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Fires over the ball. Now it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll ride the hot hand.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact score.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a 1st down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the 1st down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, SMU! And the punishment has been extended. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Gotta take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the score.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Ferguson. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the returner is stopped. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this This makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking